when I do that with you.
And president of the Henderson Financial Group. Understanding money. Understanding money.
Yeah, I'm doing it by myself. Make me wear my makeup.
Good morning, South Florida. Hello, world. I'm over here blowing with Lynda here, my sister-in-law. I'm Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach. And this is my sister-in-law here that's just about to blow away, so I'm going to blow with her. Lynda V. Harris, my sister-in-law, vice president of the Henderson Financial Group.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Good morning, Robert. How are you? You know, very often I wear clothing items to get a response out of you. And this is a classic response. Yes, I know it's 8 in the morning.
Yes.
I have feathers blowing.
Yes.
Yes, I have a blinged out collar, but that's just Lynda Harris.
Yes,
that's
it is.
Lynda Harris. I don't follow trends, I set them. And so I am now on the Understanding Money show.
About to flying away like we're on an airplane, but hey, you know.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Listen, young girls out there, be you. If you want to wear feathers 8 in the morning, wear your feathers 8 in the morning. Don't let anybody. I've always been like this.
Always since I've known you. I mean, since you was 10 years old. I mean, I've been knowing you that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've always just did what I wanted as far
If they ain't
as
having the store, you made it.
I made it.
You made it.
This is
at the
true.
last minute, right? Even if the thread was coming down the back and you couldn't see the thread, we saw it. But look at Lynda, she done made something real quick. You know,
my goodness!
Probably should have been in Hollywood or something theatrical. I think in
very
your last life, that's where you were. You know, you was some theatrical something. You know, boy, I tell you. Hey, I'm Robert Henderson Jr. I'm a certified financial planner, certified tax coach. I'm the president of the Henderson Financial Group. We've been around for over 30 years. We like what we do. We do total financial planning. And we try to help you. I mean, we're different from the most firms. We're a boutique firm. We actually hands-on. You know, you're not just a number to us when you become our clients. You're like family, you know. We know you. We know your family. We know exactly your goals and objectives. And we're fiduciaries. We're personal. You follow me? In other words, we treat your money like it's our money.
Absolutely.
So we don't do anything for just a commission or just for a fee. But that's how we get our blessings.
Absolutely.
We believe that if we enrich you, then we will enrich ourselves. But first, our principle says that we must enrich you before we enrich our others. So our goal is to make you as rich, as prosperous as we can, because then we know that the universe will bless us, and our blessings will come. That's it. So we don't sell you, you know, stock of the day, fund of the day. We don't get whatever the fad is. We look at this thing in its totality and look at your personal financial situation, and then we also then explain it to you like you're a 6-year-old. We break it down to you. We go slow with you, and we tell you exactly the facts. And Lynda, today we're going to talk about annuities. Why do I want to talk about annuities? Because people have heard that word annuities. You know, it's not a hip word. It's been around a long time. You know, you can't get a visual when you say an annuity. So I want to break down what an annuity is and the different type of annuities that you might have heard about. I mean, you have advertisers. This guy Fisher always doing full page ads, you know, saying don't get an annuity. Don't get an annuity. You know, if you have $500,000 or more, call him. Don't get an annuity. So I want to explain why would he say that and what is annuity. Some of you all who are just Dave Ramsey fanatics or Susie Orman fanatics, you know, they talk about they hate annuities or they hate life insurance. You follow me? So today I want to educate you on what is this thing called an annuity, because I want you to get the facts, as Lynda likes to say. Robert, give me the facts. All right, that's what we're going to talk about today.
I like that a lot, because people they come to us and say, I heard,
yes,
I read, they say, my friend said, my in-law said. So we always say you have a right to your opinion, but facts are the facts. So let's break down the facts. Now, you know, you mentioned Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman. Now, those people are experts, Robert. They've been around a long time.
Anybody can be an expert. Just call yourself an expert.
Now, we don't want to, you know.
Can anybody be an expert?
This is true.
You could be an expert in feathers if you want to. Just say you are.
Today I am an expert.
That's right. You could be an expert. Just say you're an expert. You're an expert. Who's going to say you're not one?
What we don't want to do, and what you never do, is you know, we don't want to slam nobody Because they think differently.
Well-
But we want to talk the facts now.
I never slam anybody for thinking differently. I mean, everybody knows that I accept you how you are and whatever you believe.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay,
As
so
long
we
as you
gonna
don't
talk
harm
facts.
me or hurt me,
Okay.
I don't care what you do or what you do. As long as you don't harm me or harm my family, I'm good.
So we're not going to talk down about any other professional.
No, we're going to talk
We're
about
gonna
the
talk
facts.
the facts about annuities.
Right.
Because it is a lot of people say, and it goes from one spectrum to the other.
Yes.
It really does. So let's just break it down.
But the talking heads always try to vie for your dollars.
So they're creating a niche, so to speak.
Right.
They're,
They're always
talking
trying to
point.
vie for your dollars and tell you how they're what they're recommending is best. But that let's talk about the facts. What
Okay.
is it? In other words, I guess football will tell you that they're better than baseball. Baseball would tell you that they're better than basketball. It depends.
But see, when we're talking about people money, Robert, and when we're talking about retirement, and when we're talking about not outliving your money, we got to deal with the facts.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the
We got
fact.
to.
Well, the fact is, there is an annuity will do what you want it to do. There is no investment under the sun better and guarantees
Okay.
like
I like
annuities.
that word, the G word.
That's right, like an annuity. It will do exactly what you want it to do. It's the same as life insurance. It will do exactly as you want it to do and pay you exactly what you want it to pay and what it said it will pay.
Okay.
It will.
Regardless of the economy,
That's right.
the market,
That's right.
regardless of if interest rates,
That's right.
bond rates,
That's right.
it will do exactly what that contract says.
Okay, so the annuity. So I'm going to elucidate. That's our word for the day. I like that. Right.
I like that. Didn't we have that before?
Long time ago, years
All
ago,
right,
before
all
we
right,
came, we wasn't on Facebook.
Okay.
Elucidate.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was at the radio station.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Elucidate.
All right.
I'm going to elucidate. That's our word for the day. Elucidate means to explain, to make something more clear. Okay. That's our word today. Elucidate.
Elucidate.
Before we say that, let's say some good morning to some people here
That's
that we
it.
have here.
Erica Owens, of course.
read 'em
Miss
out, Lynda.
Redhead. I like Miss Redhead.
Uh-huh.
D, how you doing, D? We
June.
got June, how are you? Miss Redhead. Miss Harris, how are you? Very nice. Another Harris. Delaware, who is that? Pamela Sylvain, hello.
That's DeLawrence
Lamar
Moore.
Vasquez, how are you? Curtis Kegler, hey Curtis.
Yeah,
Diana
Miss
George. Good morning, good
Yes.
morning.
Yes. Okay. So let me elucidate and just talk about the concept and the principle
Okay.
of annuity. Because when we talk, I like to explain things. I want to, in other words, this Tracy just popped on also. Tracy, hey, Tracy, I want you guys to share this because what I'm getting ready to talk about and what I'm getting ready to elucidate is very important. Okay. So I don't want you to say what your friend says, and because a lot of people get information from their friends and their colleagues and their neighbors and their salon and barber, and I always say I want you to consider the source who you getting your information from. Are they rich? Are they wealthy? Is this their field? Are they biased or are they unbiased?
That's fair.
You know what I mean? I mean, you can't talk to a Republican and tell a Republican how great a Democrat is. He's going to tell you that the Democrat is not. Why? Because of his own interests. He's a Republican, and vice versa. You can't talk to a Democrat and tell a Democrat how great Republicans are,
Okay.
because you're trying to get the truth. But the Democrat, by his whole soul, everything in him, going to tell you that Democrats are better than Republicans. So it depends on who you're talking to. It depends on their experiences, and it always depends on where the money at. So you'll get some people that's just hating on stuff. There's got to be some money involved somewhere, because like this show, it's understanding money. It's all about the money. I don't
Just the
ever
facts.
want you to forget that. It's all about the money. 80% of divorces, people fall out of love because of what?
Money.
That's right. The money gone.
I
They
can
fight.
Tell you that.
How many times? Yeah.
Twice.
Married.
I
Okay.
said I own it.
All right.
All right.
All right. Okay. I'm married to her sister. We've been together for 36 years. All right. Married 33 years.
And had I been married, combined both of my marriages would have been about that time.
Yeah.
Combined. If I combined both of them.
Yeah, because you got married before me.
Absolutely.
You got married at what, 18, 19 years
19,
old?
yeah,
Yeah.
19.
I was like 21 when I first got married. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Annuities.
back. I
Right.
don't want to digress. Okay. So let's talk about the facts. First of all, The annuity, I never, and what freaks people out, well, I would say, what confuses people is this terminology and this word, especially people of color, because we're used to identifying and understanding. Give me a hint in terms of what does it really mean? Up, down, mutual fund. And in the financial world, they use a lot of slang and jargons that just not a part of our culture, everyday culture, you know? So when you say annuities, I can't get a visual. I don't know what an annuity is. So you got to break it down to me what's an annuity. So I want you to think of a pension. Now, most people know what a pension is, right?
Oh, yeah.
A pension is especially what they used to have a long time ago. Almost every company, work for 30 years, you're making $100,000. They're going to pay you, 90% of your salary.
Okay.
So after 30 years, you can sit down and now they're going to give you $90,000 for the rest of your life. And if you died, then, they'll give it to your wife,
Okay.
That was the great good old days. But now they're not doing it anymore. You're on your own, this thing called the 401k. You got to pick your own investments, and the market goes up and down. You have a lot of money. The next crash, now you don't have any money. And you got to keep working. So that's what most companies have now to give you a 401k. That's the difference between a pension. So a pension was like, hey man, it's like that daddy, like big mama, somebody just taking care of you. You just do your thing, and you're gonna get a stream of income for the rest of your life, and that was good. But another name for pension is really annuities, because all pensions are annuities. So annuity is basically just a stream of set income payments that pays you for the rest of your life. You like that concept, right?
I like it.
I'm gonna tell you another.
The rest of my life.
That's right, for the rest of your
Like
life.
it.
And people like to be taken care of. They're like, listen, I've worked hard, now I want to sit back and I want to eat off my nuts. Okay? People love that. That's what a pension is. All right.
Okay.
Now, another word for a pension is Social Security. Social Security. Who don't like Social Security?
Everybody does.
Because if you work so hard, you worked at least 10 years. Okay. It don't have to be consecutively, but if you work 10 years and you are on someone's payroll, every time your gross and your net, that payroll, FICA and all that, it was put into a little kitty called Social Security. So when you get to age 62, you can start taking it as early as 62, and they're going to pay you a series of payments for the rest of your life. You know what that Social Security really is? It's an annuity. That's what it is. So so really, annuities, they could call it private Social Security. It'll be the same.
It'll be the same.
Or they could call it private pensions. It'll be the same. But instead of somebody else putting the money into the annuity like Social Security, they automatically take it out of your paycheck before you even see it. You don't have time to say, no, I'm not going to put in this month. No. When you go and you work your 9 to 5 and they pay you, not the gross, but the net, part of that money that you really earn, they put it aside in the kitty and they put it inside either a pension or they put it inside they don't put it in the pension, they put it in Social Security.
Gotcha.
And people are okay with that.
Gotcha.
So now, a lot of wealthy people say, listen, we like getting a pension. We like that stream of income, so when we're tired and we're getting off this hamster wheel, we're going to get a series of payments, all right?
Okay, all right.
And then they say we also like Social Security because when we're tired and we've been out there on the hustle and bustle, now we want to sit down. We want to sit back and get a series of payments, guaranteed. Don't care what the economy, what's going on, don't care who's in office, don't care political, don't care the financial situation. We want to know that we're going to be getting a series of income for the rest of our life. And then if I'm married, if I die, that payment will continue to my wife. That's Social Security, i.e. an annuity.
Gotcha.
So an annuity really is the same concept. Y'all got it? It's the same concept, but now you in control. You can start your own private annuity, Social Security pension. You can start your own by putting in as little as $100 a month. Or you can put in $500 a month. You follow me?
And with the goal of, after doing a series of payments over a number of years,
Right.
you can, what we call annuitize.
No, I don't like the word annuitize.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Annuitize mean, let me say, when she said annuitize, annuitize means that all the money that you put into this annuity, you can do a lump sum, $100,000, you can put in $500,000, or you can put in $50 a month, or a pay period, or you can put in $100 a month. But what Lynda says, annuitize is when you're getting ready to turn on the income. You've been saving, you've been putting money into this private pension, private Social Security, i.e. annuity, and now at the end you're saying, okay, I'm not going to contribute anymore. Now I want to get a series of income. If you use the word annuitize, it means that they will stop paying you, let's say $100 or $400 or $500 or $1,000 a month for the rest of your life. But the problem is that, let's say if you turn it on now,
Okay.
and then you die next month, if you annuitize, the insurance companies keep all the money.
Gotcha.
That reminds me
Gotcha.
that reminds me of Social Security if you're not married.
Gotcha.
and you're getting a stream of income. But if you die
It doesn't.
and you're not
pass
married, it doesn't
on.
pass on. They keep the money.
So you don't want to turn on that faucet.
No, you don't want to annuitize it.
Okay.
You want to get there. That's the old annuities.
Ah.
That's the annuities that your grandma. That's the annuities most of you all
That's
hear about.
probably why you have some people that don't like annuities.
But they don't
But
understand
they
it.
don't understand
That's
it.
why
They
I'm
don't
going
know
to.
the facts.
That's
Let's
why I'm
break
going
it
to
down.
elucidate
Let's
today.
elucidate.
So you don't want to annuitize. Never want to annuitize
So
your
you got
annuity.
to say that again.
You don't want to annuitize, because when you annuitize, it means that you've given all this money for all these years to your private pension.
Okay.
Okay, to your annuity, right?
Okay.
Now you want to turn on that income and say, okay, give me the flow. I'm gonna sit back and I want, $500 a month or $1,000 a month for the rest of my life. They will entice you and give you more money if you annuitize. What does annuitize mean? Meaning that they're gonna give you more money, but if you go to heaven, no beneficiaries are getting anything. Okay, that's
All those
annuitize.
years you put in.
Right.
Okay.
But
all right.
but it's the same thing with a pension. If you have a pension and you're not married, okay, then they basically annuitizing it. When you go to heaven,
Gotcha.
they don't have to pay
FRS
anyone.
keeps it.
FRS does the same thing.
Gotcha.
Especially if you're not married. And if you say, listen, I have a pension,
Mm-hmm.
but and they're supposed to pay me $7,000 a month. But I have a spouse.
Okay.
And I want my spouse to carry on and get this money.
Right.
The rule says rather than paying you $7,000 a month, they're gonna knock you down and pay you $6,000 a month. You say, why are you paying me $6,000? I'm supposed to get $7,000. Well, when they say, well, you want us to cover your wife.
Right. Right of survival.
Okay,
Whoever
so
survives
that's
you.
right. So you make that decision.
Okay.
When y'all happy and married, right?
Right.
And you say, okay, I don't want the $7,000 because I care about my Pookie, and I want to get to lower it to $6,000. Now, if I go to heaven, my wife will get $6,000.
Gotcha.
It could be a drawback with that. Why? Because you can say, okay, I don't want my $7,000. Me and my wife is happy and we're married right now.
Right
Okay.
now. Right.
And so lower mine to $6,000. You can't break it back up. So now I'm getting $6,000, and that's a commitment for the rest of my life.
Once you do that, it's locked in.
It's locked in. And all of a sudden you lose your mind. Pookie lose her mind, my wife, and she go crazy, or she go to heaven before me. I'm still stuck with that $6,000. I can never go back up. You follow me? Or if you get divorced.
I get to keep the.
Well, if a series of payments have started, but
Well, she
Th-
deserves
that
it.
well, okay, that's another story. But that's when we have to really debate whether when you get ready to get your FRS or get your pension plan, do you want to? You want to get the highest and most you could,
Or
and
do
take
you
a
think you're
lower,
gonna stay together forever, and you're gonna take care of Pookie.
right? Because you don't know some after that menopause, after 20 years and all that. I don't know a lot of things. A lot of people say, nah, I'm getting divorced. We've been together for 30 years, and I'm leaving, and I'm gonna take
Well,
care
let's
of her.
talk about what your recommendation are. I personally believe you should take a little less, especially if she,
But
you
that's-
know,
you can't say that, Lynda, because everybody.
everybody different.
Right. So you
Depends
can't
on, all right,
recommend.
yeah.
You got to have who's ever in front of you. If you got two people fighting each other and they're barely together, you can't just say, take a low amount and give her something. You can't do that. It depends. And she might keep all her money. Y'all might have separate. I may be married, but separate financially.
But
Remember
if
we
she's
talked
been
about
with
that?
you for 30 years, and that money you've been
That's another-
contributing,
that's
that's
an-
marital asset. But that's another show.
That's another show. And plus, you can't listen. You have to treat each client, each patient, financial patient, individually, because all of us are different. All of us
Absolutely.
different
And that's what we
personalities.
do here.
That's right. We don't just blanket. All right.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let me get back. So when you said annuitize, you kind of took me off.
I'm sorry. Okay.
That's old fashioned. You never want to annuitize, because annuitize means that
Wow.
if you go, the money stops and nobody gets it. So there's the type of annuities that we like, the new jack. The annuitize will be equivalent to a flip phone, cell phone, flip phone.
Okay.
The new jack annuities would be equivalent to a smartphone. You ain't giving up nothing. And there's so many options that you have. So when you talk about Susie Orman or Ramsey or some of these people that just say, a Fisher
Right.
that says annuities are bad, that's like someone saying that a flip phone in the year 2020 is bad. And it might be, because there are smartphones that you can watch YouTube on, and Netflix or Amazon, or get your email on, or fax, or it's a lot of things you can do with a smartphone. You can check the weather. It's a lot of things. You can take pictures. You You can't do that with a flip phone, i.e. you can't do that with the annuitize or the old annuities.
Okay.
So the new annuities, you can do that with, and that's the one that we're talking about. And they help you depend on what you need. And I like a series of payment. I don't think that there's anything wrong
Okay.
with putting some money aside. And Big Mama used to do this. Big Papa used to do this. When we all running around, we trying to be entrepreneurs. We
Right.
miss, we hit.
Right.
But she's always take some money and put it in the cookie jar, put it on the mattress. And then when something happens, we think that we don't have anything. And Big Mama say, oh, no, I've been saving.
Right.
But rather than saving it in the bank, she's been putting it into an annuity. You follow me?
I do.
And you have that. So I like annuities. I really do. Because annuity says that it's like a private pension. It's your private Social Security. And what I really like about annuities, I really do, is that you can retire. And you say, I've been working 30 years. And now they're going to give me, $1 million. And if they give you $1 million, and a lot of people can't handle that money, they can run through it, Lynda.
Oh, yes. We've seen it.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're not getting a pension,
Okay.
and we know Social Security is going to be coming, so that's good. It's an annuity.
Okay.
But if you're not getting a pension, I will take some of that money out of that $1 million and put it inside the cookie jar. I will put it inside something guaranteed, where the principal is guaranteed. You can never lose a dime.
Okay.
And it grows really nicely. And then when you get ready to turn on your private pension, it will give you a series of income for the rest of your life.
Okay.
And when you go to heaven, the balance of the money will go to your beneficiary. And you can name anyone you want to, a kid, a cat, a dog, whoever you want to, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, him or her. And you can name it, okay?
Okay.
And it's guaranteed. So I really, really like that.
So I not only see the questions coming up, but I can hear people asking a series of questions. Let's get some clarification. Like I said, we only deal with facts here. Surrender charge.
Okay.
Because, there's got to be a reason why some people say no annuities, hate annuities. And to your point, maybe they're thinking of the old school annuities. There's annuities out there, there are different kinds, fixed, variable, index. Let's start there first.
Okay, so the variable annuity, just like a variable rate mortgage, I don't like anything that varies, okay? I don't.
Okay.
All right, now I'm not saying that you don't, but I like to, if I'm going to put my money somewhere, in other words, if Big Mama going to put their money in a cookie jar,
Okay.
because she's going to take a little bit every month, whether it's $50 or $100 or a lump sum, and she's going to put it in the cookie jar, she don't want to vary. She don't want to look in there and say, oh, I put $1,000 in there, but oops, it's $500. That's a variable.
Gotcha.
I don't want to vary. What I put in there, I want to be in there. Now, don't let a dime be in there less. Somebody stole my money, or what happened to my money. So I don't like variable annuities. And most people, when they deal with variable annuities, you'll always have the broker and advisor saying the variable annuity will make you more than what you put in it. So when you look in the cookie jar, you put in 1,000, but you might have 1,500. Yeah, but it's a drawback on a variable annuity. You may have 1,500 in there cookie jar this time.
This time.
But 3 months later, you look back in there and you got $800. Not only you have the 500 that you gained, you don't even have your principal. Now it's $800 in there. That's a variable. So if I'm gonna save some money under the mattress and put it out, whatever I put in there better be there. If it's a variable annuity, then it's no guarantees that it's gonna be there, because you took the risk of making, even though you put 1,000 in there, it could be 500 more, 1,500 or 1,600. I think we can do the stock market, the mutual funds, the ETF, but that money that goes, that sacred money, I like to say,
Okay.
that shouldn't be variable. That's how I feel. It's the same thing about if I want to go get a mortgage. I don't want a variable mortgage. If they tell me, listen, my payment's going to be $1,500 a month, I want my payments to be $1,500 a month. I don't want it to be $1,500 a month this month, and then next year it's $1,700 a month or $1,800 a month. I don't want that variable. So when you start talking about fixed, guaranteed, sacred money, I want to know. Okay, so that's a variable. So I don't like variables. All right, and most of the time, Susie Orman and Dave Ramsey, when they say annuities, they're talking about the variable annuities. On top of that, a lot of you all, they got a variable annuities, and I want y'all to check. Y'all will say, well, hey, my money is good.
Oh, it's money.
Listen, let me tell you something. The variable pays the advisors the most commission, the most. A
Ooh,
variable
now you
annuity.
telling.
Yes, well, I got to tell you that.
You telling.
I mean, hey, I get my blessings from,
Absolutely.
from the Creator.
Absolutely.
for exposing and telling you and being transparent.
facts.
An advisor get more money. There's more commission.
When
It's
they
a series
sell.
of commission. It's
Okay.
not a one-time commission. They get a series of commissions, you know? And some of the top variable annuities pay the most. Why do you think they're the tops? Because they pay the most and advisors sell them the most.
So variable, uncertainty.
Right.
Variable, you may lose money.
Right.
And variable, there's oftentimes it could cut into your principal. You could lose money to the point where you will have less than what you started with.
Depends on how you set the
Depends
variable.
on how
up.
you set-
Right.
okay.
Okay. But I really don't like variable because they can the fees that you don't see is not black and white. It could be anywhere from 2.5% to 3.5% annually or whatever money you have in there. So that's why I don't like variable nothing. Variable mortgage, variable annuity, variable nothing. Life itself is variable enough. Goes up and down. I don't need my money going up and down. Something got to be stable, all right?
Gotcha,
When it
gotcha.
comes to that kind of money, all right?
Let's talk about fixed annuity.
Okay, I like fixed. I mean, you have the fixed annuity where it's similar to a CD. You
Okay.
put a $100,000 in a fixed annuity. They're gonna pay you 3% interest. You know your principal is not going anywhere, and you're gonna get that 3%. Put in $100,000, you get
Fixed.
3% fixed. It's
That's
fixed.
It. Just
It
the
ain't gonna-
facts.
that's
no
it.
surprises,
Right.
no up and down.
That's right. It's like having a contract, an employment contract. They're gonna pay you $50,000 a year. Just because you have a feathery shirt on today, don't mean they're gonna pay you $55,000. You know what I mean? They're gonna pay you. That's a fixed contract. That's called a fixed annuity, and it's gonna pay you a fixed payment.
But what if the market is going gangbusters? You still getting your fixed payment because that's the safety that you've chosen.
Just because you get on that feathery
I get
shirt,
more money
that
for the
don't mean
feathers?
don't mean what you saying gonna be more better. What you saying is gonna be what it is, whether you got the feather on or not, and how you think is the same. You gonna think the way you've been thinking, whether you got that feathery shirt on today or
Blowing.
tomorrow, right? You still gonna be Lynda V. Harris.
All right.
All right.
What about index annuity?
I love index annuity. Now, if anyone that excites me
Okay.
is index annuity. Now, why? First of all, my principal is guaranteed. I like that.
Okay. The G word again.
That's my show enough
Like
money.
it. Okay.
Okay, I play the stock market a lot. Okay, we go up, we go down. In the long run, we up. Okay.
Okay.
If we're in the long run, short run, we be down. But I need to have some money that I don't have to worry about. Even though I'm trying, it's like life. It's like life. We up here hustling and bustling, and we trying to do what we got to do. But that Social Security, we're just looking at the watch. When we get 62 or 65 or 66 or 67, we know we're going to turn the income, and that's guaranteed. We got to have something guaranteed. A pension, we ain't got to worry about the market. We know. So I like the index because the index says that what it's going to do, your principal is there. Now, do they pay you like a fixed annuity, 3%, 4%? Yes, you can set it up where you say, okay, I want to get the 2% or 3%.
A minimum.
Minimum. Or you can say, I want to, if the stock market is doing good,
Okay.
I want to capture some of those stock market gains, but I'm not going to put my money in the stock market. Whatever the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ does for the end of the year,
Okay.
if it's up 10%, hey, I want to be able to take advantage and get that 10% on top of my principal.
And what if it's down?
If it's down,
Do
guess
I have
what?
a minimum of
If it's down, I don't lose nothing.
like it?
Now that's having your cake and
I
eating it
like
too. So that index,
Okay.
fixed principal, guaranteed annuity, the index, that's some good stuff, man. That's like saying that you on contract, you have a job.
Okay.
Let's say you're a supervisor and you're getting $80,000 a year,
Okay.
and you supervise others. But at the end of the year, if your department has really outperformed, there's going to be bonuses.
Okay.
So now you get your guaranteed $80,000
Still getting
fixed
your salary.
Fixed salary.
Fixed salary.
Right.
Got it.
But if y'all had a great year, you're going to get a $10,000 bonus right along with the rest of your crew.
I like that.
I like that whole feel.
I like that
It's
a lot.
fixed. I know what I'm getting. But hey, if things are good, we get an extra 10,000.
I like it.
But
a
what
lot.
happens is if things are not good, okay, you
Can I-
don't get a
is there at
bonus.
least a-
But you still get your what?
Absolutely.
Your $80,000 salary. That's got to be good. That's got to be having your cake in it too. I like that concept. You know what I mean?
I do.
So hold up, just in case some of you all missed this, we're talking about the principal concept of an annuity, because it's just the word annuity. I mean, I can't get a visual when you say an annuity. What does that mean? If you say cat, I can visualize a cat, black, white cat, gray cat, or whatever, big cat, small cat. If you say dog, I can say, okay, a little poodle, chihuahua. I can visualize a Great Dane or something, or a German Shepherd. But when you say a annuity, I can't get a visual. And most people can't, and that's why people don't want to fool with what they don't understand. So I'm helping you. When you hear the word annuity, I want you to think about pension, a series of income, not now, but later on. And I want you to say, Social Security, do you like that? Well, when you tired of riding out, you're going to get a series of income. That's what an annuity is. Because pension is an annuity. They just call it a different word. Social Security is annuity. They just call it Social Security. But it's still an annuity. It's like me. Some people call me Henderson. Some white people call me Bob. I don't know why they call Robert. So I can go by Henderson. I can go by Robert. I can go by Rob. I can go by Bob.
You can go by Junebug.
Don't say that. That's a childhood. If you call me Junebug, I know you knew me 40 years ago, okay? But I'm still me, right? It's still me.
Okay.
So it's still me. But you can call me. Like some people call Jesus. Jesus, they call Jehovah. They call it Jah. Some call it Yahweh. You follow me?
Okay.
But it's still Jesus.
Okay.
But call it what you want, but it's still the man.
Okay. Now, what about a combo of fixed index annuity?
That's what I like. That's what I was talking about. The
Okay.
one that actually, you put your money in there.
There's a certain amount that's fixed.
That's right.
You're not going to lose your principal.
It will grow. If the market goes down, if you don't get a bonus, but you're still going to get what you're getting. And you can say, okay, listen, I want to get the guaranteed, 3% that it's paying me,
Okay.
Or I want to put some in guaranteed 3% that I'm going to get 3%. Then I want to put some of it in where whatever the S&P or the NASDAQ get, I don't lose it, but whatever it gets for the end of the year, I want to be able to get some of that profit and put it on top of my annuity.
I like it.
And what I like about those is there's the commission.
Okay.
The advisors get a one-time commission.
So there's no incentive to keep.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Not like
Okay.
the
We
other
gotta
ones, the
tell the
variables.
facts.
The
We gotta
variables
talk
that you
about the
keep
facts.
getting.
Right.
The variables, the advisors, like gum on your shoe. It's like you sold me that house, realtor, and every year you're gonna get a commission as long as I live in that house. That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Hey, if you sold me the house, you get your commission. Be off with you.
Right.
That's what a
Next.
fixed annuity is.
Okay.
Next, okay, now you got your house. When the house you bought it at $300,000, now the house at $600,000. Hey. The person that sold it to you still not getting a fee every year just because the value going up. But those variable annuities, woo, he sold it to you. He gets a commission or she gets a commission. And now as it goes up, they still getting commission. It's like gum on the shoe. I don't like that. I don't like it for me. So that's why I don't sell variable annuities because I don't like it for you. And if I don't like it for me, I ain't going to sell it to you.
Absolutely.
That's just the way I roll. I mean, I can't be a hypocrite. You follow me?
Okay.
All right. So now you were talking about a surrender charge.
Yes.
Why is there a surrender charge? Okay.
Talk
There is a
about it.
surrender charge. Now, if you get a 5-year annuity, you can say I want it 5 years and then I want to get my money out. Or I want a 7-year. You can even get a 3-year annuity.
Okay.
Okay. Well, meaning that you're going to put money in there for 3 years and
That's
then you
on
want
your
your payout.
contract, 3 years.
That's right.
You got to leave it in there.
That's right.
Now, what happened if you don't?
Okay. If you take it out early, they'll say, let's say on a 5-year annuity.
Okay.
They may charge you 10% for each year you take it out before 5 years. It's similar to a CD in a bank. If you take it out premature, they'll penalize you. And why do they do that? Because when you put your money in, give your money to an institution, a financial institution, you're saying that you're going to leave it there and they're going to take your money and juggle it and do something else with it. Now, if you come back early, they're going to like, what you doing here? What you doing here? It ain't 5
We haven't
years.
finished juggling
Right.
yet. Right.
We said we got you covered.
Right.
Why you coming premature? You know what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna spank you on your hand. We're gonna charge you a 10% penalty because you coming too early. So that's why you shouldn't get an annuity for 10 years, which pays the most, if you think that you're gonna need money in 5 years or 3 years. Now, all annuities have this escape hatch, where whatever money you put in there, just in case stuff happens, because life happens, you can take out 10% free. They say free. So if you're putting 100,000 and it's supposed to be in there for 5 years, but then next year you need some money, you can take out 10% with no type of fee, no type of
Penalty,
charge.
no
Right.
slap on the hand after a year, I believe.
Yeah, after 1 year.
Okay.
But
I
then,
like it.
but then they have some annuities. People say, "Listen, I've been working for 30 years. I don't want this money in the stock market. I want to put this money in annuity, and next month I want to start getting income." Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
So you don't really have to, and then you can put your money inside of that annuity. Next month, 30 days, it'll start paying you right along with Social Security, right along with the pension, and it's pretty good. I think that those are really good. So let me simplify what I'm just saying.
Okay.
And really why annuities can be good and how they say never run out of money.
Okay.
So let's simplify this. So let's just say, what if you had $1,000 and you want to put into an annuity?
Okay.
and you're going to put it in there, $1,000 lump sum.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to put it in there, and it says after 10 years, you're going to keep it in there, and after 10 years, you want to start receiving income.
Okay.
So you put the $1,000 inside an annuity. You didn't spend it. You put it in a cookie jar, right? And as a matter of fact, let's don't say after 10 years. Let's say you put the $1,000 in there today.
Okay.
And next month, you want to start getting payments off of it. To simplify what I'm about to say is you put $1,000 in there, and next month, you want to start getting $83 a month, right?
Okay. Got it.
Well, $83 a year, let's
Okay.
just say.
Okay.
So you put $1,000 in this investment, they're going to pay you $83 a year. Now, after 10 years, you would have gotten $1,000 what you put in there, right? And it will seem like, okay, that's it. No more money for you. You started with $1,000.
We paid you $83.
You paid you
a year.
$83 a
10
year.
years,
It's been 10
your
years.
money gone.
Your money gone.
Right.
No, not with an annuity. Reason why they say if you buy an annuity, it will pay you for the rest of your life. After 10 years, even though 83.3, 10 years, you would have gotten back $1,000.
Right.
But you still alive. Guess what they have to do for the next 10 years? Still pay
paying
you
you.
83 in the next 10. As long as you live, they got to pay you $83 a year on that 1,000. So if you live 10 years, you done got back all what you done put in.
Now let's talk about cost. of
Hold on,
living.
hold on. I don't want you to miss that.
Okay, let it marinate.
Let it marinate.
Let it marinate.
So the $1,000 that you put in, they've paid you back,
Okay.
a series of them.
Okay.
Now you look and you say, well, they paid me back 1,000. I don't have no skin in the game, and I'm still alive because I've been drinking my alkaline water.
Apple cider.
I've been apple cider. I've been drinking my vinegar and all that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
I've been cleansing myself.
Right.
I got off the drugs, no sin stuff. I'm living happy.
Right.
And guess
Found
what?
a wonderful woman.
Oh, okay. Oh, found a wonderful woman. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Robert.
Or a man.
Oh man.
Or man. All right.
Okay.
So now I'm still living. I got my principal back.
Okay.
And I'm still alive. The insurance contract says they are going to pay you as long as you live. So now, after 10 years, you got your money back. Now, the next year, they pay you $83, and the next year. So if you live 100 more years, the contract says they got to pay you, just like Social Security, just like a pension, for the rest of your life.
Well, how come they not going broke? I can hear people saying, wait a minute, that sounds too good to be true. You would think they would run out of money. Because if
No.
a million people do that,
No.
how can they keep paying me when I've already got my principal
Okay,
back?
so let's think about
Let's
it.
do it.
And that's good. I'm glad you say, how could they keep paying even though
Let's break it
you've
down.
gotten all your principal?
Okay.
Think about this. When people die in an insurance contract,
Mm-hmm.
it's over for them. But everybody ain't die. So the money that they had go to you. It's like a big pot. It just keeps going to the last survivor. Right? Some people died, so they can't get no more money, right?
Right.
Because they dead.
Right.
But you and the insurance company kept their money.
You kept drinking your apple cider.
That's right.
You still alive.
So-
But half of those people didn't.
Some
make
getting
it.
the dead man money that he's supposed to been getting, the other dead woman, whatever. So now the money just keep on flowing because the insurance company got to pay out less people because, hey, some of y'all died. Isn't that a brilliant strategy on the insurance people?
So they pretty much betting you gonna die, and you saying no. I'm
everybody-
gonna outlive my principal, and you're gonna have to keep paying me.
Yeah, but there's some people, living right. Some people living dangerously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we
Okay.
got my man James T on there.
right,
How you
all
doing,
right.
James? Got Damon Nelson. We got Denise Ward.
Hey, Devaney, I know Devaney like my feathers.
Hey, James, you say what? A minimum of 10% all you earn is yours to keep. Oh, man, I like that.
I like it.
Yeah, James, he says, remember, y'all, you should, whatever you earn, 10% of whatever you earn is all yours to keep. You should remember that. I don't care what. If you just earned $1,000, take 10%, take $100 and keep that, because they at you. The merchants are after you. Somebody after you. The gold shoes, the red bottom shoes, the little fluffy, the feather, the designers, they after you.
Yeah.
The restaurants after you. Kentucky Fried Chicken. The what's the other one? They have all the fish you can eat and all that. Red Lobster at you.
Okay,
I mean, they after you, and then you can't control your money. And the car dealerships are after you. So, but let them be after you. They're not gonna stop.
Okay.
But take 10% of whatever you earn and put it in the cookie jar, and you'll be fine. At least 10. Those y'all can do 15 and 20%. Y'all gonna be rich and wealthy. All right.
Love it. Thank you, LaKendra Eubanks says she likes my feathers. Thank you so much, lady. Thank you so much.
Can y'all see I'm just blowing?
Lynette, thank you for saying you love my feathers. I'm burning. So we are the Henderson Financial Group. Give us a call, 305-825-1444. And I think what we do, Robert, and we do it very well, is we sit and we talk.
Yes.
And we try to explain. One thing, you will not walk away from any of our consultations saying, what did they just say?
Right.
I don't understand that. And you won't have to pretend and say, I get it. But we want to just sit down, have a conversation, talk to you, and make sure you understand. Because this whole investment and advisory and in retirement, you got to win at this game. You got to be one of those that outlive the insurance company's contract.
And you got to have a personal relationship. Anybody who's keeping your money and helping you with your money, you should be able to call them, not just 9 to 5, okay?
That's right.
And then get a voicemail and say call back, or you just number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8. You don't want to be that. You want to say, hey, Rob, Lynda, Heisey, Tavares. You want to have that personal boutique. That's why we get clients from all over the world, not just in Florida. We got clients from all over the world because it's that personal relationship. It's really, and you should, if it's your money, you should say, I want to know. And if I don't understand, I want you to break it down to me and simplify it. A good teacher, let me tell you something, you ain't got to come up to the teacher's level. A good teacher will meet you where you are. So you don't have to feel like you're dumb or you're not smart enough. A good teacher will speak to you and break it down to you in metaphors, parables. He will elucidate.
Like it.
That's the
Word
days.
of the day.
Elucidate. Y'all
So,
look that up.
I hear people asking as well, can I get an annuity and just put in a lump sum, or does it have to be a series of payments?
No, it doesn't. For people that can put in a lump sum, we have a lot of people that's retiring. They say they don't want to lose their money, and they want to not only enhance their Social Security, but they'll come. I got one lady just put in $2 million in an annuity. Now let's just say for $2 million, when she turns on the income faucet, when she turn it on, basically, and we say, okay, I'm ready to get the income off of it, they're gonna pay about 6% of the principal. Okay. In other words, so if it's $2 million, 6%, that's $120,000 a year they're gonna pay her for the rest of her life. And when she get ready to give up the ghost and go to heaven, it goes to her.
That's important.
Significant other, or if she's not married, it'll go to whoever she wants to. She don't lose it. And so it gives them control. So a lot of wealthy people really love annuities because it gives them control. It gives them protection. It gives them liquidity, and it gives them control, and they know where their money coming from. They just know.
It's a great way to estate plan.
Yes.
Because now you're leaving a beneficiary, you're leaving a legacy.
Right.
But while you're alive, you're eating off of it.
Right.
She's getting that $120,000 a year. Most likely, if it's depending on the annuity, it will still be enough to pass on to
No,
somebody.
it is, because we put her in the index annuity, fixed guaranteed principal index.
Okay.
And she loves it. I mean, you talked about surrender charge. Why is there a surrender charge? If it's a surrender charge is not bad, especially if someone is going to promise you something. But most annuities, if it's a 7-year annuity, then if you surrender it before 7 years, they'll bill a penalty. And they might say, if it's a 7-year annuity, if you surrender it after 1 year, they'll charge you 7% penalty. The next year, it goes down to 6%. So every year you in it, the surrender penalty goes down to 7 years, then it's 0.
So it's a de-escalating scale. The first
descending.
year, 10% descending. Second year, 9% penalty.
If you get
Third
out.
Third year, 8%. Right.
Yeah, but some of the annuities that we have recommended for people, they'll say you have to be in this for 10 years because they have a 10% annuity. So 10 years, after 1 year, if you take out, you get 10%. But I just looked at one of our clients that we put into an annuity that gave her a bonus.
That's something. That's,
Yeah, she put in $100,000.
Okay.
As soon as she signed the contract, they gave her 15% bonus, which now she got 115 guaranteed in there. Okay.
Okay.
Now after 4 years, so really you would think if she put in 100,000 the next year, if she wants to withdraw it and break the contract, they're going to charge her a 10% penalty, which is $10,000. We just looked at that. It's been 4 years. And even if she wanted to break it and pay the penalty, her $100,000 is still, she still have more than $100,000. It's like $120,000 on after the surrender. If she wants to not wait 10 years, she still benefit. You follow me?
But you know, when you think about it, Robert, an annuity is a contract.
Yes, a guarantee
Sign
contract.
the contract. If you say you're going to leave it in there for 10 years, because we got to plan long-term, short-term, medium.
Right.
And if we are planning long-term for you, and this contract is 10 years, the people got to get a penalty. You can't just go back in there and break a contract and expect nothing to happen. It's like when I get married again.
Right.
You know, we have a contract.
If you break that contract,
you
ain't gonna feel good.
That's a penalty.
Yes,
So
a person,
you can't just go into. That's why we got to explain these things to people, because we don't want them to say, "I didn't know that there was a penalty." Every contract you sign in life, there's consequences when you break them.
It's always
so
trade-off.
Don't say, "Aha, that's it. It's a surrender charge." There's going to be a surrender charge.
well, it's always trade-off.
It's always a trade-off.
Now, if you don't want it to go in there for 10 years, like I said, you could do a 3-year annuity, you know?
Absolutely.
But we wouldn't put money into an annuity if we feel that, you know, you're not going to follow our plan.
Absolutely.
If you just shotgunning it, you know, we tell you to do this and you do that. You know, your thoughts are not aligning.
Yeah, we
you know,
often say she's
with
not
your
ready.
actions.
She's not ready. She don't know who.
Yeah, so we're not going to put you in something because we know you're going to
come.
come back for it next week. So
Absolutely.
we're not going to do that. So that's why we sit and talk to you and find out your personality and your risk tolerance. And then we won't put all your money there. We never just take all the money and then lock it up, so to speak. You know,
Absolutely.
what we do is we'll say, okay, we're going to put some money here for emergency. We're going to put some money to grow, because we treat everything like, we treat ourselves like farmers, and we are farmers. We really are. What are you planting? And every day you are planting a seed, whether you like it or not. Either you planting something and growing something that you're going to have a nice harvest, or you're not. And a lot of you all are not. A lot of you all are just watching TV and existing and into the, you know, just, I don't know what you're doing, but out of that 24 hours, you're not really harvesting and planting. You're not focused. But this is your life, and you should be, and you should care about your money. And as long as you live, you should always be trying to, what? Become good, better, best. Never let them rest until your good become your
There it
better,
goes
and your
again.
better become your best.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Henderson's third grade speech.
That's right. That's right. Never forget it. You don't have to be sick in order to get better. And you should always be trying to get better. And any of you all think that you know it and heard it all, I feel bad for you. Because the more we learn, and we learn every day, the more we realize what we didn't know. And that's why we're so excited about what we do. And that's why we continue, because we know that whatever we know, there's more. And it's always more, and it's always better. Why? Because we have been created by the Creator. And the Creator creates and continues to create. There is no shortage of gold. There's no shortage of nothing. There's only shortage of you thinking the way you think shortly. You're short-sighted. You have to be far-sighted. You have to know that whatever problem there is, I promise you there is a solution. Now, I'm talking mainly financial, okay? 95% of everybody's problems financially
Right.
can be solved if you can write the check and have the money. Think about it.
Write the check.
95% of all your problems, just think about it. Your roof leaking? Oh, that's no problem. I got some money. Write a check. Need a car? Car broke down? I got some money. Write a check. 95%. I want you to look internally. I want you to do an introspection here. Look inside and say, are most of my problems dealing with money? So if it's most of your problems in life can be fixed by money, why are you just spending all your money? Why are you living paycheck to paycheck?
Right.
I don't care if you make
Right.
$100 a
Right.
week. Like James C. say, for every dollar you earn, 10% should be yours to keep. Now, when I say yours to keep, I mean for yours to keep. I don't mean yours to keep to go shopping.
Right.
I don't mean yours to keep to go buy jewelry and go
Right.
buy stuff. I mean yours to keep to build your wealth. That's what I'm saying. Yours to keep. And you should, because you're going to need some green, especially if you're living in this world, because they're discriminating, not only because of the color of your skin, but because how much money you have. We having class discrimination. So we're getting closer and farther and closer from the haves and the have-nots. So you keep on being excited about these things and stuff and things that fade and pass away. There's a guy in jail right now for 40 years because he stole somebody 8-track. Now, are we dealing with 8-track stereos anymore?
We are not.
But this guy's still doing 40 years because he stole the person 8-track. He killed the person. Well, matter of fact, the person had a heart attack. The person had a heart attack as he was stealing his 8-track. 8-track. Some of them dating myself. Some of you guys don't know what an 8-track is or what a cassette. And the guy was stealing it from his car. And the guy just had a heart attack. They charged the brother with murder and gave him 40 years. Now, most of y'all millenniums, you don't even know what a cassette is or 8-track is. But this brother is serving time. He's serving time on something that faded and passed away. So most of us spend our hard-earned dollars on things that fade, go out of style, and pass away. And you call yourself living. Now you don't have nothing. I want you to think about that. Think about what I just said.
You know, something you just said, if 95% of your problems can be solved by writing a check.
Right.
Well, the fact that 95% of your problems can be solved by writing a check, why wouldn't you take care of your money more? Why would people not take it seriously? Why would you not maintain in your mind that I have to make sure I have enough money,
environment,
especially now enough green to cover my black? Why wouldn't that be a top priority if 95% of your problems go away by having money?
Because it's culture. It's the people, the company that you're keeping. It's like having a cold. I mean, you know, if you're hanging around people that got colds, you're going to get a cold.
Yeah.
If everybody, you know, in other words, if you're hanging around people that don't know nothing, how you going to know something?
I agree.
I mean, it's a culture and the people that you surround yourself with. You got to get out of that, man. And if you can't get around that, just start going Audible. Read your autobiographies of how people have done it. You know, you can read. If you don't want to read, listen.
Yeah.
Go to Audible and listen to people's books.
Yeah.
I mean, you have no excuse, but you have to change the paradigm and you have to change your thinking because you're the thinker. You're the thinker to think the thoughts, and thoughts matter. Thoughts, what you think matter.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you think you can't do it, if you're fearful and afraid, guess what? You can't. So thoughts really matter. And culture, Lynda, a lot of us have been, you know, reared up into cultures of just spending money. Money is to be spent, you know. Money gives you now, I don't want you all to think that we just love money, okay? We're not just loving money. We're saying that money gives you more options.
I love options.
It gives you more options. You know, if I didn't have money to pay for this blue shirt that my man, who's that? Lynette says she like, I'm rocking this blue shirt. If I didn't have money to buy this blue shirt, man, I guess I have to have on an undershirt.
Feathers.
Feathers? Nah, I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I'm not with the feathers yet. I know this is new millennium. I know this is 2000, but I'm not there yet.
Okay.
All right. But if I didn't have money, I wouldn't have options. You know, I eat better now. I really do. And I think if I didn't have money, I don't think I would be eating as good. Because I'll probably be eating more Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'll definitely probably be eating Church's Chicken where you can get a whole box for $1.50. But I don't eat that stuff.
You have options on what
now I
you
eat
can
salmon.
eat,
I eat salads, you know?
Yeah.
Because the more money, I drink good water, you know?
Okay.
Alkaline water, you know?
My goodness.
I mean, the more, you know, I mean, because when you have money, you have options. You follow me?
I do.
So I don't want you all to think that we're just money hungry. And you need it because let me tell you something. A lot of discrimination not only comes from people the way they look at you and they already perceive you as one way, but you got to mess them up by having some money, man. You got to have some power. You got to have some assets. And I'm so tired if I hear one more statistic that people of color don't have nothing. Our net worth is 2 cents. I mean, if I hear that one more time, and it should anger you if you of color and you seeing this and you hearing me, every time they do the statistics, the black person net worth is this, the Spanish person is this, and the white Caucasian is this. I mean, and they keep telling you that. So if someone keep telling you that, you got to say, no, that's not me. I'm different. And my whole life, I wanted to be different. My whole life, I said, you can't tell me just because I am the color of my skin. Because think about it. I didn't make myself. So you're not going to judge me. Now, if you want to judge me, you're going to be wrong. Because I can read. I go to the dentist twice a year. every 6 months.
Okay, right.
I
We're
know
talking
I
about
floss.
annuities here. We are the Henderson Financial Group. Our phone number 305-825-1444. And we wanted to just really bring you the facts about annuities because you have experts in the financial fields that say one thing. This is one of those investments that go from here to here, and you know, the public is the one that says, "What do I believe? I don't know what to believe." So, you have a right to your opinion, but you don't get to change the facts. And we're just really giving you the facts about annuities.
Well, in this environment right now, this political environment, facts are not facts.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, I think that if a president came out today and said, "Hey, y'all, today is Christmas," I think at least 45% of Americans will start putting up the Christmas lights.
Wow.
And some of the stores will start putting up Christmas trees. If he say today is Christmas, so when you say the facts are the facts,
right?
That's how it used to be.
That's not.
But now the facts is
When it
perception.
start coming to your money, you got to only deal with the facts.
Money, yeah,
When
health.
you talk about and your health.
Well,
you got to deal with facts.
I mean, come on.
You know, you can't say inject bleach. You got to
Yeah.
listen to the science.
Yeah, but some people
and deal
believe.
with the facts.
Some people only believe if it's coming from one person rather than the facts. Even though there's evidence, but this person said it. Even though there's evidence, they just they drank the Kool-Aid.
We at Henderson Financial deal with the facts.
Roger Edwards says no. Good credit is the key to success. I do like that because if you try to get your credit score to at least 700, because you're in the 700 club, man, they start throwing money at you. You got to get your credit to at least 7. Roger, you're 100% right. I'm at 850. I'm trying to go to 860, but they said it's only 850.
Credit snob.
Yes. So you have to. Yeah, you're 100% right because they will discriminate against you. They will charge you more. You pay more. Can you believe that? You pay more money because you don't have no money because you didn't pay the bills and your credit. They should be helping you out.
And you can't get a job to make money to pay your creditors off because of your credit.
That's right. You want to get this job because you got bad credit.
It's a vicious circle.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. It's all about the money. So we talked about annuity. We talked about surrender charge. We talked about you can have a beneficiary. Okay, that's really, really important.
The different classes of annuity, fixed
variable index.
Right.
We said that you can create an index by putting in a lump sum.
Yes.
You don't have to put in monthly for 30 years.
Right. You can create your private pension. You can put in a lump sum. You don't have to put in $100 a month. But some people say, listen, I want to put into something.
Options.
I want to put in something where I'm putting in $500 a month into this plan, and I'm going to do it for 20 years. And then after 20 years, this is my private pension right along with your Social Security. And if you're fortunate to have a pension plan, then you get that also. So now you're getting, we call the three-legged stool. You're getting it all over, Hey, Larry Rivers says, how do you get 850 score? Man, I don't have a lot of credit cards, and what I do, I don't go out shopping, my whole life.
That's another show.
And
it's a percentage of usage.
I'm over those things and
length
stuff.
Of time.
Yeah, we ever do a credit. We ever do a credit show. Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's attainable.
Yeah, yeah. You just have to, whatever you owe, pay on time or pay it off or whatever, But there's not a whole lot of things that I need, material things. They're really not. I'm 62 years old now, and I get over that. It's not a whole lot of things and stuff that I get all excited about. I don't get excited about a pair of shoes anymore. I still love traveling because I discover things.
Yeah.
But I'm more excited about just learning and sharing and helping you all and having you all think. Because the hardest thing for mankind to do, believe it or not, is think independently. You got to think about it. Like, we talked about a lot of people still look at putting money in the bank as a savings account instead of lending money to the bankers.
Wow.
You lending. So stop saying I'm saving money. No, you lending money to your credit and you lending money to your bank. It's a lending. I want you to change that paradigm and deprogram yourself and call it really what it is. That's why they pay you a little bit of interest, because you're lending money. And they said that banks, man, it's the cheapest money they can borrow from you because they don't have to pay you nothing. They turn around and lend it to your friends and family, and you credit cards at 28%, 29%,
So give us a call. We can do a Zoom consultation, 305-825-1444. I thought it was a good show, Rob.
Yes.
I think we dropped some knowledge today.
yes.
Annuities,
Yes.
good, bad, ugly,
Yes.
but more importantly, just the facts.
Yeah, Lynette says,
All right.
when is the credit strategy show going to start? Okay, maybe we can do it next week. Want to do it next week?
Let's
All right,
do it.
stay tuned.
Done.
Next week we'll talk
Topic.
about credit strategy, how to get your credit up.
We'll hear from the
all that
credit
kind of
snob
stuff.
with the
And I'll-
850 score.
And I'll help you. Even if you have children, I'll show you how to get their credit up also, okay? Hey, listen, my daughter Hyacinth, who's been with the company at least 18 years, stockbroker, financial advisor, registered financial advisor. She's Lynda's niece. We will, and Tavares, they're coming on at 9:15. And they have some great stuff for you, and you all know, because Heisey definitely knows how to work this social media thing. You know what I mean? That's the millennial. That's my succession plan. Even though I'm going to be here until I'm 90 years old, I got another 30 years old. She'll be probably old looking up here with me, right? She'll probably getting her Social Security with me.
Because you stopped drinking wine and all that stuff. Another
Yes.
show. Give us a call, 305-825-1444. Have a great weekend.
All right, gotta go.